Well, this was unexpected. Almost a year, it feels, after the game's launch, Ubisoft puts out Star Wars Outlaws, a free demo. Not really sure how it performed up to or matching expectations. We know Ubisoft has kind of had a little up and down ride recently, but with the success of Assassin's Creed Shadows, which, if you'll remember, was supposed to come out maybe a month or two after this game, they're kind of pulling it around. So I think they're going to be shoveling their catalog at us. They released Prince of Persia Lost Crown on mobile, and now they're putting out a new demo for this. So they're kind of going to get their mojo back and reintroduce all their titles to us. So I was eager to check this game out. Other than Assassin's Creed, never really played like a third-person Ubisoft game, except for Ghost Recon. So I'm kind of wondering if this is gonna skin the shell of Ghost Recon with Star Wars and give us like a nice third-person, mission-driven, open-world action shooter. So with that said, let's get right into it. Fucking new game. I don't know if this is the full opening or it's just gonna throw us in. I don't know where this needs to be placed either. Let's trailblazing scan. Scan with R. Press R control to use a trailblazing scan. It's one thing that people said they liked about this game compared to Starfield, perchance, is that it actually let you fly. But that's not really new hat. Star Wars games have been letting us fly in outer space since Star Wars Battlefront on the PlayStation 2. So as soon as the game wants to start, I'm ready. Press right to initiate landing. Right on the D-pad, that's Wayfair. But yeah, Star Wars Battlefront, way back on PS2, I think the second one allowed you to have full-fledged space battles. So depending on what class you were, you can get on any of the TIE wings or the X-wings or the A-wing fighters, and you could just kind of zoom around and shoot each other, or you could even land in the bay of the big battleships and dock and get out and then shoot and then pick up and capture the flag and then take that out and then lift off and then fly and then shoot and then land and then win. So you could do it all.
Haas was recently arrested by a small-time sheriff for looting vaporators. Not very legendary.
With his rep, he probably planned it.
Possible.
What, you don't trust Jalen's people?
I don't trust anyone.
Ah, not even me?
You know who I really don't trust? Droids. How did they know to be friends with these robots? You know, I guess they kind of get to know them. Let's see. Delivery crate, new quest.
Okay.
Hi, Andy 5.
Sit down. All right. The control feeling is smooth. Graphic look is not really that smooth. I have it in performance mode.
Very well.
It's a demo, not a trial, so it's not the full game. You know, modify blaster. Gun modules, appearance. I'm not really interested in that right now. Let's kind of just explore my ship. Feels pretty snappy and responsive. She runs well. They do the thing where character's feet are firmly planted on the ground, but the top torso kind of leans a little bit, so you get that sway, but it's still, you know, very fine-tuned. I think that's a good choice. Admittedly, I've always praised Ubisoft's open-world design, and their controls, quite frankly. I think it's that I got into their games starting with the PS4, not the PS3. So there were a lot of series like Assassin's Creed or Uncharted even from Sony, where I just think that extra generational technology helped them get the nuts and the bolts of the game, like the physics and the controls better, and the rest of the game is rewarded because of it. So use delivery crate. We might replay some of this stuff on the screen. It's no big deal. You don't need to have an anxiety attack over it. I'm just going to kind of walk around and maybe check my controls. The controls could be different now that I'm in my ship. Oh boy. Why do they... This is like the new thing now. put a toilet in the game. So she didn't left the seat up, huh? Not very considerate. And then in your ship you have all the amenities, the cockpit, the droid.
All right.
You know, the back door, the front door. The lens flare, it's kind of, which does not exist in nature.
Jalen's heist has to work.
So I think they're kind of starting us off with a.
If we disappear.
They're starting us off with the mission and be like, just get into some gameplay, see if you like it. Another thing I remember enjoying about the about Star Wars Battlefront was the demo. It had a lot of glitches, you know. Riding the hover speeder into the tree and having it float up. There were a lot of glitches. Some more drobe. I mean, she looks cool now. Charms, increase health. Provides comforting presence. What is that all about? So they're equipped. So they're kind of starting me off with they're starting me off with some gear, so I can feel a little bit leveled up. Not bad. And then there's the pods where we sleep. So these ships kind of have to serve as like, they're kind of like flying campers, you know, like a flying RV. You can travel the whole galaxy in this thing. But yeah, not too bad. Very good. Let's set off. Outspeeder. That's what she said. What? R3? R3 did it, though. So, sometimes it's showing me R3, but then sometimes it's showing me circle. No, it's not showing me circle. It's showing me R3. Circle's crouch. Let's do a quick button. Let's do a quick button and we'll go outside.
I've put us down near where Haas was arrested. Should be able to find the sheriff. Cut a deal.
Alright. Maybe I don't need the speeder. We'll leave the speeder. Let's do a quick button check. R3 kind of, let's see. R3 runs. L3, excuse me. R3 does nothing. L2 aims. Whoa, press and hold. What about L1? L1 goes into black and white mode. Search. R1. Whoa, R1 is a little quick fire. R2 is fire. Square is throw this pathetic punch. Lacks the upper body strength. But she has a lot of other qualities. R2 is, what is this? Oh, rapid fire versus dead aim. Okay, triangle switches shots. Circle is crouch. Double tap to roll. You see, Gaming Instinct told me there's got to be a roll. And X is jump. Return to quest area. Okay. So now I know my controls. Is there anything hidden under here? Talk to the sheriff. Yeah. Talk to the sheriff. What do you think? Move there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Talk to the sheriff. I don't know what this junk in the lower left and lower right is. I mean, the lower right seems like it's pretty important. Oh, yeah, D-pad. Left is what? Left is my, item wheel. Uh-oh. Left is my item wheel. So when you hit left, and then when you hit left, and then you, hit the face commands. Gotcha. Use those items. What about up? The heavy. Up gives me a waypoint. Okay. And then what about right? Speed or restricted area. So right might be like call your horse. And then down is what? View my health. Just tap. Just tap. But that has stuff too. That has stuff too. Let's see. Valuable. I don't like that. I'll tell you what. We're gonna hide the mission objective. We're gonna hide the mission objective because that's where it all began. So I don't know if this is gonna be like a sneaking mission. They probably don't want to wear the legacy of Assassin's Creed on their sleeve. But I heard that this game kind of implemented a lot of stealth combat. And Star Wars was heavily inspired by the Old West and Westerns. So one thing that I guess, you know, Stephen Lucas or whoever invented this movie liked was
Is
the
town
gunfights and
supposed
the
to be
dustiness.
this empty?
Don't know. But keep sharp.
Don't know, but keep sharp. Can I hop up there? How much can she climb? How much can she... Because I want to get on this thing. Damn, look at this guy jumping. I'll tell you what I want to get on. This thing. She doesn't climb up. I want to climb this and then that. So let's determine how much I can climb. If it's, yeah, like, because Assassin's Creed is like anything you want to climb, you can. But this game might not be coded the same way. So we're kind of in like, you know, Agrabah. We're in the Middle East a little bit. Star Wars kind of combined, and then I mean I don't know. Star Wars has a lot of seasons and terrain. If you really think about it, it's got the lush green forests, and it's got the snow, and I think there's volcanoes in some of the earlier ones, right?
Nothing yet. Come
That's
on,
loading
Nix.
what?
There
Loading
are
the
people
mission?
out there with jobs for us. Let's find them.
Let's go, let's just use a waypoint.
You look lost.
Hey, I'm looking for a guy named Haas.
You with the Huts?
I'm with myself.
Then you picked a bad time.
MC.
Heard you were coming.
Showdown at the corral.
Sada chuba, jitinka, uba pumakuna, kionaka's eldaki.
Not anymore. Sheriff Quint now.
So he thought he was running an old gang, but now he's the sheriff.
Joy bata, jiji sashut watashe.
That makes two of us.
You're a few days too late. He's gone.
What happened to that Arc Raiders game that was supposed to be like this exact theme with PUBG
No.
gameplay?
He was hitting my
Is that not
town.
out, or is that
I
not
stopped
releasing?
him, had him in my cell, then he escaped. Disappeared.
Just talking how he
Wasn't worth
lost.
my trouble
He lost
after
them.
that.
Aba uba venta no tinka, kava
And
stuf
maybe you forgot how things work on Tatooine.
Tatooine. Bata ji sano bata kuna bata.
So they're bounty hunters looking for this dude, and this
You
guy
ain't
who's supposedly a
taking
sheriff
anything from these people.
lost him even though he's already in jail.
No jama.
Well, why am I gonna get involved in this scuffle? It's got nothing to do with me. So they're gonna teach me how to stun, huh? So he shot all three with one laser. How bad do you think those lasers hurt? They don't even penetrate, you know.
Oh, nice. Good teamwork.
We're not
Just give him a
done.
heart attack.
Huts are like sun roaches. There's always more of them.
Press to aim. I was trying to roll. Wow, there's a lot of recoil. Whoa, what are you saying to me?
These guys really hate you, huh?
Oh yes, square isn't reload. It's swing my pathetic fist.
Follow me.
So is there a reload? Maybe triangle. I can't shoot anymore.
You deal with that a lot around here?
Any excuse
Follow
the Huts
him.
can get, they come after us.
Oh, well, good thing you're here then.
I do what I can.
What's in the bottom there? L1, Scorpion. Oh, it's my controls for my dude. Are we going in or what?
So, you after Oz's head too, bounty hunter?
It's Kay, and I just want to talk to him.
That's the last thing I'd want to do with that man. But I appreciate your help.
Appreciate it enough to pay me back, Sheriff?
I'll tell you what I told the other bounty hunters. Oz was robbing our little slice of paradise. So I cornered him at a deserted moisture farm nearby.
A moisture farm with this rock face?
That's where I'll start.
So it's always this way in every role-playing game. Hey, I got a job for you. I mean, I guess she's a mercenary, right? She's looking for work, you know? Recently downsized after industry layoffs, so she's looking for work. But the thing is, it's funny that these RPG characters are like, oh, hey, I know what errand I can send you to go to. Because it's a combat situation that they don't want to get involved in. You know? Typical.
ND5. Haas escaped. The sheriff said to try a nearby, moisture farm.
There's got to be another way I can place this shit. Not here?
Let me check. Yes, there's one nearby. I'll send you the coordinates.
It seems like this guy's got a lot of enemies.
An inevitability. His line of
Like,
work.
I don't know. Down there. Get that shit out of there. Inevitable in his line of work. Inevitable in his line of work. Let's try that out. So what did I learn?
Got it.
Search the abandoned moisture farm. So now I'm going to get to use my speeder. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Dodge left and right. Okay. They took the controls away and then boost. Give me my wave. Man, this thing feels nice. It really leans. It really leans while I'm rocks and rolls. Alright, it's pretty fun. It makes all those sounds. Star Wars is really known for its sound effects. Let's ramp off this shit. Insane stunt jump! Where's my way? I'm out of boost. Alright. Alright, I'm a Star Wars outlaw. I mean, like I said, it kind of plays off that Old West style because that was a big influence for George Lucas. What would have been funny if they had like, if it was the West, like with gunfights and six shooters, but they had motorcycles. So like, in the you know the 50s and the 60s, when guys came back from World War II and they bought bikes, like that would have been sick. But then they're getting into gunfights.
Think I'm here.
Oh shit, I'm here.
What exactly is this place?
It's how the people here survive. You want water.
Oh, I got a little perfect reload. What does my guy do? Oh man, I'm getting fucked up. What if I punch? There you go. Melee this crocksucker, huh? Oh fuck. Boy, her aim's all over the place. I thought I had advanced auto aim. I'm just gonna say I don't like this.
It's over.
Everything's got to be returnal with the perfect auto aim or the reload. Just reload the gun. You know, it's eco-friendly. You know, battery recharge. Just reload it. Abandoned moisture farm. That's valuable information I need. Well, so what is this up? What is this? That's the waypoint. It says up. So hold L1 and then and then send him. Hold L1. So what is up? It says up on the D-pad, but while I'm holding. And then square. Protect K. But he's not really doing anything. And then left. Yeah, left is my items, and right is my bike. Yeah, I know. R1, what is R1? R1 is just like... Oh shit, and it's empty now. I don't know what I just had. So there's a lot on the bottom of the screen. Critical information on the screen. That's critical to knowing how to play. A bunch of controller layouts and some indelible icons. What does that tell me? So I'm going down here. The only place with the lights on, I'm guessing it's down here. And it's not. Okay, I'll look around. There's a couple things that I like about Star Wars. Uh-oh, they're sneaking on me. They'd be creeping on me. Watch this. Oh, they're just more monsters? Blast them! Boy, her aiming is not great. There's a lot of reload. And how do I manually reload? I guess you don't. You cannot reload ahead of time. So what's this all about? Click R3 to fuse. Move down, move up. Yeah, move down.
Hoss, you here?
And then
Just
release.
want to talk.
My flashlight's on. Wow, it's very I always like the tropical foliage in some of these arid desert climates. It's almost like a black and blue light. To see what everyone's been getting up to while they've been down here. It's kind of a weird little hostel, brothel hostel. The only door that's open. We'll start here. The controls are very smooth. What is that? More pickup. So I'm just gonna raid his house. I'm a sand raider. What does that say? I messed up the prompt. Click R3, it's what I said.
That looks like... You think it's Hoss? Door stuck. We need to get the power on.
Hold L1 to target a mechanism and press X to interact with it. So L1 is his thing. Press X where? Pet? What about send? Sometimes it's saying.
Nix, it's showtime.
And he's not doing it. Get the power on. So teach me to use my pet mechanic. About that open shutter. Is he doing it?
Think you can hold that open for me?
Press triangle to switch the ion module.
Go put on a show, Nix.
Dude. Hey, it's your fucking job to help me out here, dude.
Nice job, Nix.
Press triangle. Press triangle, dude. Okay. Here we are, gaming. Trying to figure out exactly what the developers want me to do. Hold L and tap to open the shutter, and then hit triangle. Am I supposed to shoot it? That seems to always be the way to do to accomplish anything in the game. Look at what's up top. That just shows my bike. Find a way to restore the power. Open the journal. Yeah, it's right here. Hold L1. Press X. Send. Open shutter. And then it says triangle. And then it says triangle. Dude. Fucking hold it open.
Hey, hold this open.
Like, and then it says triangle. Switch to the ion, and then it says triangle. Triangle is my fucking item switch. So I have ion and I have red. I have red and blue lasers.
Nix, hold this for me.
And I'm shooting it.
Think you can hold
You would think if you would want me to shoot it, he would hold it open a long time. Right? Find a way to restore the power.
Hold this open.
I don't think they want me to shoot it. Let's open the journal. Let's open the journal. My journal. The heavy. Not in the demo. Then why do you have it here? Why do you have it here? Untracked show map. Abandoned Tatooine moisture farm. ND5 says Hoss was arrested. Yeah, okay. L3 show completed. No. Let's take a pause break and look at the menu. Criminal network. Databank tutorials. Let's look at the tutorials. Kay and Nyx. He could do many things. Use L1 to reveal all the possible actions. Accessibility options. Nyx prompts autocomplete. Press up to reveal enemies. Sneak up and take down. You can climb. You can brawl. You can blast. Maybe what are the difference of my... Use a stun shot for silence. That's R1. Select ion module by using triangle to unleash ionized attacks. Ionized attacks makes humans vulnerable to takedown and are very effective against droids and shields. As opposed to what? Lasers? That doesn't really make much sense. Auto perfect cooling and aim assist. So it said switch to ion blast and then do something else. Adrenaline rush. Activate adrenaline rush by pressing both stuff. Holo tracker. Fast talk. Let me think about my items also and the wanted system. Vehicles and castle. Okay. What about it? What about this? My vehicle, cool, very cool. My equipment. We'll go back to that and my abilities. So, well, I'm here now. Let's look now. Let's take a little pause break. My loadout. What about my outfits? She's got a couple different stuffs. Man, that looks cool, right? My holster. Okay. Little customization. Little customization. What about that? You know, and then my pants. I'm gonna dress up my doll. I don't like that. What about this? What about this? I don't like any of that. My blaster and tool. This is to take down the module effectively. Press triangle to take down the module effectively. What else? Those are all my additional. Those are all my additional. My additional whatever. Let's put her back on her default clothes. Whatever they were. Whichever they were. So, ionized module, we learned. We learned with the tutorial. And this is here. Maybe it's open. Whoa, what is this? Turn the power on. Use Nyx to press up to reveal interactive objects. So I'm holding L1. I can send him. Up just reveals my waypoint. What is that? Use Nyx up to reveal interactive elements. Press and hold up. What is this? But I can't send him there. Okay, the power supply. Follow. This is the classic video game. Follow the. Like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Do you notice how the object I'm shooting is reacting by, like, look, causing the spark? Look at the effect that this spark has, right? It's like fire spitting out. And then when I shoot it, look, when I shoot it, it starts to react, right? Look, they're both reacting, right? You can clearly see they get electronicized, right? You see? That is an indication to me that because the world is reacting to what I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So my ion gun powers this shit on. Power on.
There. Power's back.
What is this all about? Power's back. Alright, alright. Ubisoft Puzzle Soft. Okay. No need to get upset anymore. We did it. Investigate the body. So what the fuck was this for? Maybe that opened that door? I mean, news to me. News to me. Pick up. R3 to pick up is kind of an interesting choice.
Hey, ND. No Haas. Just a dead bounty hunter and a transponder.
If it still works, it'll be tracking Haas.
Am I gaming yet, or Okay, so we got that objective knocked out. And let's ride back. They're probably going to ambush me, though, right? Doesn't it seem like a perfect time for an ambush? What about this? Pick this up. What about that? Open that container and pick that up. And then I open this. I might do one more thing also. Let's see the settings. And let's see the gameplay. Or maybe controls. And then let's see... I don't want toggle. What do I want? Advanced controls. I just want press and hold aim. I don't want controller layout. Advanced controls, aiming sensitivity. Change hold actions to press. Adaptive trigger. Alright, can't do it then. Accessibility. Gameplay. Motor presets. Auto mantle. Fuck. All right. I guess it's toggle aim.
Actually works.
Where's my horse? Where's my horse? Look back, dismount, boost, jump. Cool. All right. Hey, riding this thing's pretty fun. I was talking about that in Hogwarts Legacy, like, where's the fun, you know? That's what we want. That's what we want to find. And this bike is certainly fun to ride. I think even in Ghost Recon, the motorcycles were a lot of fun too. That game kind of allowed you to...
Hey, ND5. Is this a normal endgame for people like Haas?
Oh no. What did I hit?
Okay.
Can you explain to me what I
hey,
wrecked on?
Is this
A little pebble?
normal endgame for people like Haas? Hiding on some desolate rocks, stealing from small towns to survive?
If you have a death marker too, Charles most certainly does. You either die or disappear.
So his plan was just to stay here forever?
Perhaps. It seems he did not have enough credits to disappear.
Man, I want to drive all around and like...
Yeah.
I keep hitting into things.
That's
I want to drive around and kind of explore.
That would be good for us, though.
That's what it feels like in like Grand Theft Auto, you know? You kind of want to break off the beaten path and explore the world. But this is a desert, so there's not really going to be much that I can find. But they put stuff in Fallout and in Borderlands. And Red Dead also, so... I wonder what style of open world game this was designed like. Like I said, Ghost Recon is kind of mission heavy. You can kind of hit your objectives and past it. Kind of hit your objectives and maybe cause a little bit of a scuffle, getting into gunfights in traffic. You know, no big deal. So this game, is it going to be like a full-fledged Star Wars RPG where I'm going into town and talking to people, or is it mainly mission-driven? And how high is this? How high is this? Do I have a map? There's got to be a map. The road doesn't really lead there, though. The road doesn't lead there. I may have to go on foot, you know? I may have to go on foot. Speeder restricted area. I mean, you can dismount. You can dismount. She can't climb that. She can't climb that. Whoa, she jumped backwards. Alright, this is not the right way to go. It's not the right way to go. Let me try going up here on the road. There's another road. We'll go first thing up this road. That's not a road. See, like, look at all this spot. Don't you want to see what this is? Look at these lights.
Whoa!
It's an abandoned tunnel. Look there. I found, holy shit, a battle. Let's try and play this game. Who's a good guy and a bad guy? You know, we get just some emergent gameplay. Aw, shit. And I'll constantly be in aim mode because it's a fucking toggle instead of a hold. What is this?
Okay,
Give me this. Yeah, this'll work. Wait a minute, I'm just shooting everybody. What'd you just say to me? Your native tongue? I wish I could zoom in. Need to get closer. Wow, that recoil. Maybe if I upgrade. What is he saying? Oh no, there's guys behind me now. I can't tell when she's not aiming or what. Can I do a stealth? No way.
Good work, Nix.
Alright. Now let's raid this camp. See, that was worth it, going off the beaten path. Look at all the stuff I got. Look at that. Steel, steel, steel. And can I ride theirs? Oh, we can't take both? Rebel blaster rifle, grenade launcher. I'll take the rebel blaster rifle. How do I switch guns? How do I switch guns? Oh shit, down is heal. What does right do? That's my bike. Up is my objective. What about left? I got my items. She dropped it. What the fuck? Let's check again. Triangle switch. Squares punch. You better pick that shit up. Damn right should be useful. Can I ride their bikes? No. Just my own. He's friendly. We'll let him be friendly. Maybe he's not friendly. Can I speed race? Hey dude, you're kind of in my
Are you kidding? Come on.
Hey. So he's not friendly. Well, I'll tell you what my little blaster has to say about it. Huh? What do you think about that? And then she drops it. I don't know why she's dropping these guns. They're useful.
This'll work.
The Hood reputation is known for trespassing. I don't give a fuck. I do whatever I want. Alright, so we blew him up and we stole him. Blew him up and we stole him. Good thing I got that look back button. Let's try and go on the real mission. Follow the transponder signal. Okay, so I'm in here. Oh, shit. I can't even dismount. I can't even dismount.
Okay.
Speeder restricted.
No Haas. I He's got
I launched my gun. Let me change my pants at least. Let me change my my pants at least. Loadout. I like these pants. What do you think? What do you think? And the holster. I like that holster too. And so then what about this? Just casual? She looks like she's rolled out of bed. Let's do this. Let's do this. Alright, let's raid this base. I have my grenade launcher. And that's about it. Follow the trail. You think I have to drop the grenade launcher to get up there? No. Oh, use detective mode, follow his trail. Here we go, detective mode. I'll send you.
Distract him, Nix.
I can't drop my blaster. Speeder restricted. Look at this though. This is like his gun, right?
Andy, it's looking like Haas stole that Hunter's speeder and crashed it.
Did he walk away?
There's no body. Might have headed up the cliffs.
Careful, Kay. It'll be dangerous if he thinks he's cornered.
Yeah.
This kind of does remind me of Red Dead a little bit. There we go. I knew you could climb something. You just had to look for the gray rock. That idea of it, it's so funny because even in Red Dead, you're like a criminal faction, but you're hunting every other criminal. Star Wars kind of inverts that.
Nick?
And says, like, you're supposed to be this good guy bounty hunter getting hired by all these, like when the police can't do a job themselves, they hire you. You know what I mean? When it's an ethical gray area, they hire you. Swing, go, and then detach. Perfect. So now this is sort of like the platforming tutorial. I keep getting distracted by the directions on the compass. I keep thinking that they're like waypoints. Get the fuck out of here. Pet, you're about to get... Pet them. You're about to get blasted. Distracted me in here. So who are those guys with the masks and the pole arms that they raise over their heads? The Gordon Freeman crowbars. Sidling. There's like so much lore baked into the first 3 Star Wars movies that they could just make 3 decades worth of
Whoa! I don't
extra
want any
entertainment
trouble.
off of them.
Just looking for someone.
He's like, oh, over there.
Okay. I wish I knew what that meant.
The other thing about Star Wars is, because they wrote this as like the movie first, and it really hit, they're very, very particular about the IP. So this would be the perfect idea for any kind of game. And that's like what Fallout was, and what they tried to do with so many Star Wars games, like making shooting games and making MMOs.
Sorry, what?
Our rat thinks you're here for me.
But they're so
Only
protective
reason
of the
they let you
IP, they
pass.
can't just like let the
If you're
developers run
Haas,
wild
then
and make
I
the
am.
game however they want.
Jalen Brack said you'd be good for a job, but it seems like you're busy.
No. If it's jailing, I'm in. And I'm the best there is. All right, okay. Some bandits took these Tuscans' Crate Dragon Pearl. They think I'm a good hostage, but I'm not, because those guys kicked me out. So, you go get that pearl back, and I'll be free for your job. Yeah?
Where is it?
A cave. One with bantha bones outside. It's crawling with those scum skuggers.
Best there is, right?
You know it, partner. Keep your comlink open.
But are his hands tied behind his back? So he's giving me the mission, but he's their prisoner? Check that waypoint. Where's my, so they won't let me ride their speeder in here. I can climb down. This game seems pretty cool so far, I gotta say. It is very fast-paced, kind of like Ghost Recon. And, I guess the gameplay works with the Star Wars setting. That idea of... There's two ideas in Star Wars that really, like, pull the whole thing together. I guess three. But because this game's not about Jedi, it doesn't really matter. The one is...
Fine, really.
You're this, like, rebel outlaw mercenary on your own in the desert. It's always the desert. And there are a lot of games like Fallout and Borderlands that are like that. How am I going to make my way in this wild landscape? And you're like, well, I guess I got to find the mission, right? Oh shit, they're robbing me, huh? Watch this. I'm going to lose them in the Tauntaun herd. Can I shoot on my gun? Watch this. Watch this. Blast her whole ship. Blast her whole ship. Punch her fucking lights. Oh, she's a she. Huh? Into sexual crime.
Still alive.
Throw a grenade with left and X. Throw it with R2. Grenades automatically lock on to enemies. Would you be able to read 4 sentences and 3 button prompts? In the heart of battle, I wouldn't. I just set my phasers from stun to kill, and I'm there. Get on this bike and stop crouching. So you see, this is what Star Wars is all about. Not just getting into Wild West battles on the dunes of Tatooine, but going on some ancient rock mission. Get off this. And then the second thing that Star Wars is all about is the droids. How do people and robots get along? And I was saying earlier, it's kind of weird that these robots, they kind of have their own thought processes, right? And they and the humans trust them. It's like, what's a droid got to do to make a person not like it? And I guess it's you know, join Darth Vader. I guess that's all he's got to do. Retrieve the stolen Crate Dragon Pearl.
Andy 5, I might die in a cave.
Okay.
Don't you want to know
Crouching
why?
makes it harder for enemies to see you. Press up.
Yeah, close enough.
What? Distract,
Need a
send.
distraction.
Dude, he never does what you fucking tell him to. He just flips upside down. Why do you do that? Use L2 and aim R1 to silently stun enemies. Use L2 to aim.
We can't hide now, Nick.
Oh, what the fuck? Silently stun one enemy who's gonna be seen by the next enemy. Man, fuck that. This is Star Wars. Get blasted. Fuck, where's my grenade? Smoke bomb? That's non-lethal. Alright. She's crouching. She's crouching. Know what I'm shooting at here. Missed it. Use my amazing Taekwondo kick maneuvers, and then my little down the heel. What other grenade quick throw? Hang on, get out of there. No. Blast that. Blast you, Taekwondo. Krav Maga. Alright, R1. Perfect reload. Perfect aim stun. Perfect.
Glad that's
L1.
over.
My, it's over. Snipe blast. Oh fuck, this gun stinks. Alright. Hey, Nixie, thanks for absolutely nothing. Flipping over in your stupid back and doing nothing. Like an asshole. Alright, I'm raiding. Every command, every, like, control command has 4 different parts. It's like, you know they're shooting at me, right? Live, right now. They're shooting at me. But I was saying there's so much lore baked into Star Wars, but it kind of gets lost when you're just trying to play a game. Because they're not going to be able to, like, deliver it all, you know? A movie is, I'm sitting and watching for 2 hours. And a game is, this is supposed to be 120 hours. Who's going to find all that? So like this, trigger detonation. So maybe when you hold L to control this little rodent, and then you hit up. You know what's interesting too? I just thought, I was like, I think I'm having more fun with this than those Jedi Knight games, like Jedi Survivor or whatever. And I thought, it's not about shooting versus melee. EA made that game, and Ubisoft made this game. So there's gonna have like a really different control style and design style. Detonate that. Go up above and around. Smart. And then rappel down. But I'm gonna cross. Run, jump. There we go. And I'm gonna raid. I like that she's a little rebel raider. Get my blue light on.
You getting the pearl?
Yes. What is it, anyway?
Oh, it's a stone. It's pretty. You gotta kill a crate dragon to get one, which is no easy task. They tend to be worth a lot of money, but I mean, I'm worth more.
You're used to people.
Where do you
walking
think? I see a treasure chest down here. I'm trying to think, like, where do they want me to climb first?
And the Tuscans are weighing their options over here. What'd you say your name was again?
Okay. Yes. Just tell them I'm working on it.
You got it, K-Bets. See you soon.
Man, rock wall climbing has really come a long way since the original God of War. What a nightmare that was. It's like the only section of that game that ruins speedruns. Kind of reminds me of those Tomb Raider games too. The new ones, Definitive Edition, and I thought those were pretty solid. Who made that? Was what? Eidos? Maybe. So this is a demo, not a trial. They just put it out on PS5. I'm not sure why they released a demo like, 8 months after launch, but
no problem. Right, next.
Why not? Now that I have that, see, look at this. No. No. Now that I have this, and I can crouch. It's effective against droids.
Come on, Nix! They're after us!
Effective against droids, huh? How do I leave the zoom in? How do I leave the zoom in? Effective against droids. Effective against droids. There's no, that's another thing too, there's no like snap to cover mechanic. How do I, there we go. Effective against droids, the blue lasers. And then red's lethal for human beings. Ubisoft always had very detail-oriented combat and like heads-up displays. I feel like there's it's not like in general. It's very pinpoint precise. There we go. Maybe they want you to be more tactical and less like run and gun. Come on, buddy. There's that thing. I don't know if that got him. So I'm in the permanent let's rush him. Yeah, yell and reveal your position.
That way.
Who said that?
Whoa. Just you and me now.
I think we're safe now.
I think there's one more though, right? She said just you and me now.
Come on out. I'll find you.
Oh, I'm sneaking. She can't hear me. Got him. So then now I get a raid. Automatic health pickup. What else did I drop?
Nix, hit that barrel.
No, not while I'm right next to it, you fucking idiot. I can't... So I guess you're supposed to be, like, using him... I mean, you're not supposed to, but you can. Use him and sort of send him out to do some extra combat stuff. But I kind of just like shooting. I'm very simple when it comes to the way I like fighting. I just want to shoot. I'm gonna raid all this stuff. I think this game's fun so far. As far as like engaging in combat and just kind of doing a mission, it's like I said, I bet it was going to be similar to Ghost Recon, and it seems to be that way. You know, just give me a combat mission and let's go. We don't need all. I don't think it even wants to waste time being like a being like any type of RPG, you know? We don't want to spend a lot of time talking to NPCs, and we don't want to spend a lot of time looking at stats. We just want to adventure. I think that's a good choice. The music also seems really intense.
All right, one great dragon pearl. That's a first.
Haas, tell your friends I got their pearl back.
Will do, partner. Hey, we'll meet you near the cave. Should be a back exit.
So now I can get out. He says there's a back exit. Find another way out. Can't pick that up. I bet he means this. But I've got a grenade launcher locked and loaded. I don't know that you're even really supposed to carry like a primary second gun. I think they want you to drop these additional guns and lean on your blaster. Because if you had like a rifle all the time, you would only use that. And then she takes damage climbing. Fuck. Climb and release. Find another way out of the cave. Yeah, I think it just started like, it was not the beginning of the story. It was just kind of giving you a taste of like a shootout mission, a ride your bike mission, a use Nixie to open a door mission. And I wonder how much John Williams composed for this. Ordinarily, like every single project related to Star Wars, he would make or mix some type of the music for it.
Jalen sure knows how to pick 'em.
He's not
Here.
dead.
We good?
No, he's still around.
She says I can go as long as you pay my tab.
Your tab?
Yeah, at the cantina.
Tell her I don't want you anymore.
Worth a shot. All right. Meet me at Docking Bay 94 in Mos Eisley, and we'll get off this rock.
You don't want to know what the job is?
You're paying, I'm in. Easy.
So do I know him, or does
See
my
you
character
there,
know him
kid.
already? I mean, I guess you know as much as me. It seems like they do. Sometimes these like, there's always a little hint of comedy in some of these low science fiction, and usually it's like, there's the main character, and then there's the main character, and then there's the there's like the heel who's always getting into trouble and helping him out, right? Congratulations, you're on way to pulling off one of the greatest heists on the Outer Rim. You've got, what, 2 minutes of remaining demo time if you want to continue to explore. Yeah, of course I fucking do. Not in the demo, not in the demo, not in demo. Well, why? Completed.
Okay. I'm going through the ship inventory and I found something you could use. Come see me.
All right. This'll do the job.
So it's like the Saints Row of Star Wars games. Okay. Gunsmith, track quest. Yeah, give me that shit. Open journal. Open journal. Here we go. Do this. Perfect. Track. And where's my bike? It's always, it's like, oh, was it just behind me? Like, you know they're spawning that shit in. Let's go.
You know, Kay, it occurred to me the odds of someone like you getting into Sliro's vault are 10,807 to 1. Why would you attempt that?
Why do you think? No one was gonna make life easier for me and Nix. Gotta take what you want.
And what is that?
I want to not end up like Haas. Look, you get it. The galaxy is rigged against people like us. The only way to survive is to be willing to risk everything.
So your plan is to run forever?
No, I don't know.
I guess that's another thing.
It's
If they
better
don't,
than
if they
dying,
started the
alright?
demo in the midst of the story, I don't know like who she is, or that says she's running from something.
You haven't seen how rough you get to the space.
And I'm not going back to jail.
Pirates there would blast you dead just for looking at them.
They just need to get to know me.
Well, you can
Wow,
ask
this thing
around
goes
the camp
fast.
then.
This thing goes fast and does not slow
Might be
down.
able to make an introduction.
Pirate gunslingers, huh? Maybe they could teach me a trick or two.
Alright, speeder restricted, probably for good reason. And now I'm in the real, because that's what I was wondering, like, if you're gonna travel around Tatooine in this open world spot, right? There's gotta be stuff for you to find. So you're gonna run into this city. Conveniently, as soon as I get off my speeder, all the people spawn in, but that's fine.
Once the Empire sucks the planet dry of any value still.
I'm looking for a door to go downstairs. Yeah, this is kind of how the Star Wars Online MMO was. Just kind of wander around, you know, playing the lore. Mos Eisley, new collectible. What about this?
Want to see me go for the high score?
Play this arcade? Yeah, dude, let's play. Oh. Can I use the D-pad? Perfect. Uh-oh. Slowed me down. It's like Load Runner. Oh no, I got hit. Oh, you get your health back. Oh shit, I'm bumming into the walls. I guess you don't want to do that. They should have just released this.
Oh, so close.
Shit. So close. Alright, whatever.
Actually, never mind.
Never mind. Is this an elevator? Yeah, there we go. So post-demo secret mission. Perfect. Who are all these dudes? But you can't really talk to these lingering guys, though. Location discovered, docking bay. Where's my, here we go. See, look. That's my ship.
Hey
That's
there.
my ship.
Welcome back.
All right.
He's like
What
my
do you got for me?
shipmate.
These are module parts compatible with your blaster. Your VM-19 is crude, but highly customizable.
It's not crude. It's vintage.
Once installed, this conductor will let you release a powerful explosive bolt. You can use the workbench to build the module.
Okay, tell me about the gameplay. Okay. Modified blaster. Put some, capsaicin in it. What is this? Upgrade supercooling. That's in there. Install upgrade. Improved accuracy, thank God. Man, the recoil is nuts. Press X to continue. What about this? Supercooling? Okay. I mean, sure, do it up. What about this? I don't have that yet. And then, I don't have that either. What about this, my ion? Install. So I guess that's your reward for, like, going around and exploring. Kind of like, Evil Within, where you're, like, getting goo to upgrade your guns. And then, what about this? Assemble and equip. New configuration built. Power module fires a bolt that explodes on impact.
Oh, it fits. Let's just hope it works.
If it doesn't, it'll be due to your inexperience and lack of tactical...
Yeah, I get it.
I've scouted some locations where you'll find the module useful.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm gonna go see if Haas is here yet.
Do you think that all gamers want, like, a big immersive experience? And that's really why they're playing. They're like, I want to play Star Wars, I want to play Assassin's Creed, I want to play Elden Ring, and it's like, I just want to go in there and forget about the world. Or do you think, I think that is kind of what they want. They kind of want to, like, a big, long fantasy. And I think it's older gamers like me with less time that want more of a linear story. And that's why these games have to be so vast, and that's why they also have to cost so much. Because kids are like, I'll pay $80 for Monster Hunter, and that's all I'm doing for the next, you know, year. Read datapad. What am I, a nerd?
Hey, ND5. I'll see you later, ND5.
So now where do I go? I need a new, can we blast off into space? They kind of have to give me, some missions, right? Fast travel point. That's my ship. Vehicles. Tools. I need, what is this? Abilities. But I need a mission. Why show that there if it's not in the demo? Why show that if it's not in the demo? What about this? Intel. Tatooine power module. Boulder can be destroyed. The boulder can be destroyed with a power module? What? I'm riding past this stuff. Cantina rumors. Bartender would know the best gunslingers. Oh, so I'm trying to get, like, you get intel on side missions. Okay. I'm here. Show on map. Track. What else am I going to do while I'm down here? If I'm already on the planet, I may as well check them out. But I have to get back up. Oh, that was her running? I thought that was her walking. I need to take the elevator up. I mean, it does look cool. That's for sure. So let's run over here. It's speeder restricted, otherwise I'd ride over there. Man, fuck that. Look, speeder restricted. That sucks. Chalmers Cantina. What the fuck did you just say to me?
Oh, this is awkward.
Caught? What did I do? I might have flashed L2, I don't know. Brandishing. Shit. And now I'm farther away. Why would
Busy
they
place.
Why would they give you a demo for a game,
Way of putting it.
but then
Watch
only
yourself.
give you one mission to
Would you
do?
relax? I'm from the South Stretch. I know how to handle myself.
I've been noticing that with PS Plus also. They're doing all these like 30-minute trials. And it's like, do you want me to buy your game afterwards? Get in here. How do I
Nix, put on a show.
yeah, put on a show. How do I get in there? There's a question mark in there. I'm trying to discover that question mark. What about this place?
Over here.
What do you think?
What seems to be the problem?
You've dealt with the Huts before, yes? I could use your help.
What happened?
Lost it all. Lost it all to those crooks.
Well, that tends to happen when you gamble.
But it isn't a fair game.
Oh, is this
I
that
found out
game?
they've been fixing
All
the
right,
races.
now we're playing.
It's daylight robbery. And I want your help to get proof. Plant this recording device in the bookmaker's office. I'll pay you.
I guess stealing from a thief is fair game.
What is Baccarat? Here we go. New intel found. Yeah, okay. So what is So what's this game? Canto Fathier Racing Profile. Distracted. Competitive race history. What is that 2Y? Competitive, healthy, exhausted, recovered. Race history, 1 crown. What about this guy? Second, third. Let's do this.
This looks like a winner.
This looks like a winner. How much do I have? I have a lot. I mean, might as well go max out.
Come on.
Oh, it's not the card game, it's just betting? I don't really care about this thing. What was that? There's like a mini game or something. Looking high UI. Is it all random? I don't even know who my pick was. With the little spikes on their heads.
There we go.
I won? Damn, I won! 120! Alright, that's it for me. You've been great. So she said go in the cantina. Chamalan's cantina. Now wait a minute though. Where's my mission? Where's my mission? Intel. Father your scam. Show on map. Yeah, okay, but yeah, okay. Track this one. Fixed race. Untrack. Yeah. On demo. Why? If it's not in the demo, why are you showing it to me? All the way back here. Where's my fucking speeder? 300 meters and I gotta run there? Fuck. Speeder restricted. So you're gonna get a lot of side missions. Okay. If you want more to do. Man, but this is what I'm saying. The one cool thing about RPGs is that you're like, you are building out your character and having your own adventure. Which is a little bit different from it's a little bit different from this style of open world game where it's like a written character. I think I'm going out the wrong way. You see what I mean? Where it's like a written character and you're kind of doing side missions for her sake, but it's really for your sake because you want more gameplay, quote unquote, which is not true. You don't want more gameplay, you want, you know, better gameplay and a better experience. And so look at Uncharted. Uncharted is this really great adventure. But maybe they feel people don't want to buy a scripted story adventure. They want to feel like it's them and they're doing it. And that's why these games where it's like Arc Raiders is a perfect example, or anything feels like, well, it's not the character, it's me, like the player. I'm really doing it. So maybe these open world, but see, then if it's an open world game, you're gonna need, or like an RPG, and you want to feel like it's not the character, it's you. You would need a lot of like character customization, building, leveling up. It's so weird. Like, I don't think developers are crafting their vision anymore. I think they're crafting the player's vision. Like, the player's going, what kind of game do I want to play? And developers are trying to figure that out. How do I get fucking into this place? Because, like, I was thinking Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto was one of the first open world games, first sandbox games. And I thought that was actually really fun because there's this movie quality story that you're playing through. And bigger RPGs like Witcher, they're known for their story and they're known for their characters. And so when story becomes this motive, you have to decide, do I want it to be super linear like Uncharted? Or the more I pull out and away from that story, like with a Red Dead or a Horizon or a Witcher, does it just become this open world game and I don't want any story? At that point, if you're doing an Elder Scrolls style thing or you're doing a Ghost Recon style thing, it's just open world, just activity. It should focus on like character building, like the player, my stats, my skills, my combat style and build style.
Okay, I get it.
And can't really be about like this girl. It's the plot of your playthrough in Elder Scrolls, PoE, whatever. It can't really be the plot of this girl, this character moving through the adventure, the way it is with Geralt and Witcher and all that stuff. How do I get in here, man? First of all, it's a demo. I've already beaten it. They're not even letting me, like... So I need to go around the back. Can't I just shoot them? I don't have my gun. I'm not allowed to bring that out. So I have to run around the back and climb up this ladder. What about this? Can my friend do something? If this is like a Stray where you gotta send the cat in there. Look at this send.
Need a distraction, Nix.
I don't need a distraction. I don't need a distraction. I need to... There we go.
Nix.
Release ladder. So this is another mechanic that they're forcing down our throats.
Nice.
Then I have to use stealth. And if they catch me, I'm dead. Well then, what do I, So I can't use my gun. Yeah, I can. I just want to stay, crouched down. How do I send to distract? Attack, steal. Why don't I go around this way? He didn't want to pick that up. And now where am I supposed to be going inside this thing? Fixed race. Let's see my... There we go. Those guys don't understand nothing. And I'm looking around. So it's kind of combining like... Uh-oh, we got a droid here. We got a droid here. What about this guy?
It's showtime, buddy.
Yeah, but he didn't really do anything. I think I'm just far enough away where they don't really care. What is that? That's a droid. Who is this guy? Requires good. Oh. Requires good with the Hutt cartel in order to I'm just kind of walking in them now. And stealing right in front of them. And knocking their shit over. Open the vent and climb in. The classic.
Keep it quiet,
climbing through a vent in a video game. Restricted. So don't open that door yet. What is that? This is a spotlight. Shit. What is that? Oh, it's underneath. I'm going down. What about this guy? Stealth kill him? How do I do that? Square. I think it's funny that they have like a girl protagonist. So to kind of even the gender pay gap, they make you fight girl like rebels. Let me sneak kill this guy too. So like half the people you're killing are other chicks. You're just beating the shit out of them. So it's kind of funny, like, these girls run up on you trying to fight you, but you kick the shit out of them because they can't fight. Am I still trying to go through here? I'm still trying to go under the ground. Alright. He's walking right here, though. No, you didn't.
Time to distract them next.
Did you hit her in the kidneys? Go to him too. I don't want to shoot my gun because it's going to be too loud. Fuck!
They're coming our way!
Damn it. What? I'm repelling on something. Alright. I'm crouching. You didn't see anything. Nothing. It was nothing.
Nix, set that off.
Yeah, quickly, please. When he's right next to it, please. Oh my god. Way to go, dude. Oh, you fucking idiot.
We're doing this the hard way.
We're doing this the hard way. Fuck. Doing it the hard way. Damn it. Where am I supposed to be going? I don't think I'm supposed to be up here.
Okay, careful.
What? L2 help. Listen to the rhythmic pattern and press R2 in sync with every beat and loop. You can peek left and right. Adjust difficulty if you want. You can enable extra visual helper. All right. Am I still, I don't think I went the right way. I just did a fucking loop. I'm supposed to go down. Alright, I'm supposed to go down. Bennett. Oh, fuck. I think my gun is still out. So there was like multiple paths where you could sneak in, and I found one. But I guess I fucked up the rest. And I want to go down here, right? Because that's downward? Okay. The verticality is what screwed me off. What about this? What can we do here? It seems like this is the door I want to go in. Okay. What if I send him through there? Yeah, send.
All right, distract him, Nix.
Look, it doesn't do it. Quit being a fucking asshole and go. Look.
Go get that card, Nix.
Ah, fetch.
Great.
Give me that shit. House access key card. Well,
Nix,
give me that too.
Over there.
Just stay in there and grab it all. I thought he was gonna get the key card for this door.
Nix.
I have to do this. I have to do this 5 times? I thought this is where I was supposed to go into. Look, search the area. I'm searching. I'm searching.
You want that, Nix?
My mission is still below me, right? Maybe it's not. Maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. Pick that up. What about this? You want to fetch that, right?
Nice, huh, Nix?
Oh, we're robbing the thief. Oh. I mean, they did. Well, I mean, maybe they did fix the race. What about anything else? Yeah, fetch that
Nix,
too.
put on a show.
No, come on, man. Fetch. No, no, no. He won't do it now.
Time to distract him, Nix.
It keeps switching. Look, send, and then it goes fetch real quick. Maybe he got it. No, look, fetch. No, look, look.
Buddy. Hey, sneak over and get that.
Yeah, sneak over and get that. No bastard. So is that it? Fetch that.
Nix, over there.
This is boring.
Good job.
6, 7 times? Come on, man. So then is that everything? No, there's still more. This is a video game. And you're gonna do it. And you're gonna leave a good review. So then is that it? Prophylactic necklace? What is my mission even here? Open.
Hey, open that up.
Yeah, but can't I just open it up? Like, I don't need him to do it. And I killed everybody in here. So I'm moving away. Now, wait a minute. Look, look. It's... So I'm where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. Is there anything, What about that? Hold?
Nix, the lever.
Oh, I could have gone in the other room and, Dude! And pilfered all this shit myself? Oh, fuck. What do you mean place? Place what? Oh, the recording device. That's what this whole mission was supposed to be for. I don't remember. Access the computer. What do you mean slice? R2. Help. L2 to help. Advanced slicing. What is basic slicing? Advanced slicing. Use slicing kit to glyph groups and give access to slicing tricks. You can see the blue tracks that sometimes group them together. Up to 1 connected per group. Not all will be used. Activate the glyph. Syntax sorting. Automatically place found glyphs that are in wrong. Error filtering. Remove a quarter of unused glyphs. Memory expansion. Add attempts. Slicing subroutines. What does this mean? Memory expansion. That's if I want to use cheater. If I want to be a cheater. So 3-1. That goes here. That goes there. And it says no. But one is used. Okay, so we want to find the one that's used. Is that in the correct spot? And the subroutines. Can I use that? But you can't use it twice. So that's good. In the correct spot. Not in the correct spot. They're all used. Just in the wrong spot. I'm trying to look at the fucking symbol. So that has to be there, and this has to be there.
Yes.
So it's like Wordle, but with symbols, and also there's only 4, and there's no words. Transfer data. Alright, that's a pretty cool hacking mission. So far, the most fun of this, transfer data. That's what I said. I said X. Got it. What about this? New intel found. View in journal. Use keycard. New intel found. So doing side missions gets you... This is just like Ghost Recon. Getting intel gives you access to more missions. That's pretty cool. And what's more missions get you? More game time? What does that get you? Because, like, what's my motive here, right? I want something to do. But in Ghost Recon, you get cool gear, you get new weapons. So you can, like, level up and power up. What does she get? I guess she gets new clothing. I guess she also... Do you get new weapons? I leveled up my pistol. Gotta keep using this pistol. Hold down the lever. Oh, but he has to do it.
Pull that.
I gotta admit, I don't really have fun using this little guy. Using this little guy to, like... do what I need to do. So I think I beat that mission, and then now I have to get out of here. Untracked show. And then I have to go back and prove that I put the listening device there. Okay, so to finish the mission. And I want to go upstairs. Okay. And there's this camera. No. No. Alright. But I mean, would I buy this and play this? No. No, I wouldn't. But I mean, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't buy Assassin's Creed either. I would buy Ghost Recon and play that. Maybe because the gunplay and the gunplay and kind of the setting is what this is exactly where I just came from. The gunplay is what I want. How do I get out of here? How do I fast travel, get the fuck out of here and end this mission? I think I can go up. Hey, there's a crate that's flashing.
Look at this.
I think that I can go up and then I can get out of here. if I remember correctly. I don't know if it was that one. It might have been this one. I saw a flash there too. Right. Treasure Hunter. 10 out of 10. So it's like repeating some of the activities levels you up. I wonder what, those are guys there. And I came in through this way, I think. Yeah, right. There we go. Climb. I'm out of there. Mission complete. Mission complete. And no one's any wiser. Alright. Yeah, I think compared to a couple different things. Compared to like LX or, you know, Borderlands, we'll stick to the kind of desert shooter theme. I think that the games that are more of an RPG kind of reward you because this type of tasking gets you experience that you get to spend on your character. Creating a character who plays the way you want to play. You know, I want to be a hacker, I want to be a mercenary. And with role-playing games, it also lets you write the story of your character, like this guy's faction with the who is it in LX? It was like the priests or somebody who were also like the engineers. You know, you can kind of write the story for your character that's not explicitly shown to you in cutscenes the way they scripted it, right? So pulling away from these story games, we got these open world games. I think RPGs give you more freedom with your character.
Hit the device in the bookmaker's office.
It's almost
Sounds
like
you'll be able to get an inside scoop on the winner of each race.
with an open world game that has no element of attachment to your character, right?
Knowing the
It's not a story game like Tomb Raider or Uncharted, but then it's also not an RPG where you're creating the story.
Keep this quiet.
It's this weird mix of like
and don't judge me.
a written character who's not critical to the gameplay. When you play a story game and you're trying to unravel the plot and learn more about Aloy or learn more about, you know, Days Gone, that's your motive. And then in an RPG, your motive is building out your character and going through this adventure, and that's like the plot, you know. Boots of Blinding Speed, that's the plot. So with this, it's like the plot is L2 to aim your gun, and L1 to send your rabbit. It seems a little bit vacant. And then it's like, do you know... And compared to Starfield, like, people bet big money on Starfield. Would you pay big money to do this? Like I'm saying, at least in Ghost Recon, you can put your hat on and your Ray-Bans. You got your, you know, whatever your equipment is. And you're leveling up. So maybe she's leveling up. Like, parts for this and appearances for this. My ship, I don't give a shit about my ship. My speeder. You know? I don't care about this. So my gear. My gun. This is the only thing I have. I have a gun. I don't care about that. Abilities. Really, it's about the missions. Not in demo, not in demo. Well, what's in the demo? What's in the demo? Hey, what's in the demo? Hut Cartel Vault. Track. So one of each. Which one's quicker? There is a vault in the Hut Cartel, and Mos Eisley needs 3 keycards to open. But I don't have them all. Right? Keycard has been recovered and stored in the building at the Hut Cartel. Is locked behind a gate. So, do I have them? Where am I? So there's 3 keycards to get, and then I go back. Not in demo. Okay. Get the keycard. What about this? Gunslinger could teach me some blaster tricks. And not in demo. Blaster tricks. I mean, we got to wring all the fun out of this that we can. So I guess this is a time-limited demo that you're not allowed to play, like, after a certain point. That's kind of weird, right? Like, what do they have to lose by letting people try the... It's like, the game is already out. It did how it did. It is or is not on Ubisoft Play. You know?
Hey, where can I find the fastest gunslinger in Mos Eisley?
Why? You looking for a fight?
Nope, just.
And because a lot of this lore is already written,
As long as
you sort of know Star Wars already.
See
When you
shit.
play Cyberpunk
Over
and you
there by
don't
the
know what
band.
that game is like,
He's an old
and you
timer,
keep
knows
playing to
everyone.
find out what
That's
the game
good.
is like, and it's unraveling
Thanks.
for you. I think that is like a little bit more. It's more motivating, right? Maybe I mean, because I'll tell you why I keep harping on this, right? Because I like story games, but a lot of people say that they don't. They say that they like the tasks in a game. So then, if you just want tasks, why do developers think you want immersion? If you admit you don't want story and you just want to play, where does this thing of like we're gonna build the city and we're gonna build the feeling of being in this place, the environment, right? And we're gonna build all these believable NPCs and you're gonna be immersed in this world. Okay, but then that still assumes it's an RPG, like I said, and you, the player, are writing this plot for your character and building them out. What weapons do I use? What skill do I use? What type am I? And going on this unique adventure. That still splits it. See, so now we're away from written story and we're into RPG character-created story or plot. But then these open world gamers are like, nah, fuck all that. I don't want that either. I want tasks to complete. So it's like, what do you want to do? Open world task? Like immersive RPG? Story adventure? Competitive action? Some big skill tree system? And then these developers freak out and the publishers freak out and they go, we don't have an identity for the game design. We have this high concept, Star Wars, okay, and it's a third-person shooter, and it's a female protagonist. Okay, keep going, and it's open world, and you can land your ship, and then they're like, hey man, it's been like 2.5 years. Is the game being built yet, or what? And they're like, well, no, we still haven't. We haven't identified it yet.
I heard you know all the best gunslingers around here.
Oh, sure. Let's see. There's Mick Dryko. He's dead. Vokta the Knife. Well,
I don't like
she's
listening
dead.
to this. I don't like listening to this. And I said that in Hogwarts. When I'm playing Hogwarts and I'm meeting these fucking people, I'm not interested in meeting them. And what they're talking about is just... The dialogue in a lot of these games is just like giving you your mission objective. And it's not describing the character. You don't learn more about them, their personality, their relationships, their decisions, their consequences. And it's not unraveling the plot. Wouldn't you get immersed in the story of your character, these characters, the environment, the world, the place? Life in this fictional world. That's what you're supposed to be immersed in. Because immersion doesn't relate to gameplay. Immersion is when you stand still and you feel like you're in the fiction of this world. That's immersion. So it's not opening up a map and looking at a waypoint. Is this the guy?
Just don't tell anyone, okay?
So the storehouse, 2.5 kilometers. All right. I think that I liked LX way more than this because it was an RPG. I think the games that are competing with this, in terms of my play experience, are these RPGs. Where whether it's an action RPG, you like you can say Borderlands, or you could a desert shooter. What are the desert shooters that exist, right? Or you could say, okay, what are the immersive open world RPGs that exist? It's competing with Witcher. It's competing with LX, in my mind anyway. So for me, I don't think it's like the very fast and narrow story of Uncharted it can't compete with, and the very vast and deep RPG-like connections between my character and all these other characters, like in Witcher, it can't compete with that either. And the game that did that and merged those two were Horizon. The way that Horizon Zero Dawn
smells good, doesn't it?
kept you on the main quest, taught you about Aloy, had you meeting a bunch of other people, but then you can run around, you can fight, you can collect items and like build out your weapon cache. I think that yeah, I think Horizon
We got time for a game, right?
did a great job of like combining story and open world quest. And like I was saying, even the other big thing, the other big game that I compare this to is Grand Theft Auto. I've been thinking more about Grand Theft Auto lately, because that was one of the first open world games, but there was so much to do, but it was free to do. It wasn't a map with a bunch of waypoints, and it wasn't a bunch of side quests. It was just stuff that you were free to do. Drive a taxi, you know, pick up hookers. You could do whatever you wanted. But then it also still had, hey, but when you're ready to come back to the story, we got a movie going on here. So how is it that it's like we have the movie game, then we have the open world movie game, then we have the open world RPG, and then we just have an open world? And it's almost like when people insist, I don't want anything but the open world and tasks, it almost seems a little bit vacant, even though it's supposed to be filled with so much. It's the biggest map with the most to do, and to me, it seems vacant. Let's shuffle. I stopped paying attention. Oh, so what are these games? Fuck you. Where am I? Oh. How come I'm not sitting down to play? Is it not in the demo? Well, then why is there a play icon here? Fucking Ubisoft, man, I tell ya.
Someone's been running their mouth
about. Where's this mission that I have to get out of here? How can I fast travel out? Show and journal. The key card. This has multiple of them. Where can I travel to? Fast travel. I guess to here. I guess to here. And then I want my bike. So I can travel to my ship when it's outside. Alright.
You've got some items waiting for you, Kay.
Understood.
Fair is fair. I mean, I may as well play it all because apparently this demo's timed. So this is a free demo, but they have a time limit on it. They don't want people to figure out how great this game is. I mean, didn't they put it on Ubisoft Plus or Ubiplay or whatever that's called, their subscription service? Which is odd because Ubiplay is included in PlayStation Plus. So you would think, and I have access to like all the Assassin's Creed games, you would think this would be on there too. She broke her bike. Oh man. You're supposed to be able to jump. Oh my god. And I'm stuck. And I'm like in the and they always put these missions like up high so I can't drive my bike up there. Why is she stopping? Pop the clutch! I mean, what are you doing? Dude, my bike keeps fucking shutting down. Hey, the longer that I play this game, the more frustrated I'm getting. Because it's not really doing much of anything. And every single week I play a brand new game, right? And I've been playing them for 30 years. And after a certain point, they do all start to look alike. It's just the reality, right? It's just the reality. But it makes you wonder, if you're not going to do anything brand new, why are you even bothering? Like, why are you even bothering to make this? Because we have Star Wars Battlefront. And they go, well, it's a multiplayer game. People want to play Star Wars. They want to play... They don't want a big space battle, right? They don't want a big space battle. They want a single-player battle, right? So we're gonna make this adventurous, you know. We're gonna make this adventurous single-player adventure, right? For you to get immersed in, right? And to play, right? Play by yourself, right? So then you have to ask yourself, okay, regardless of how much players are preferring and spending time with multiplayer games, or even like co-op games that would be ordinarily single player, but they have like a cooperative team element, you're going to make a single player game. Okay. You're going to make a single player game. It's going to be based on Star Wars. It's not about Jedi. And the Jedi games did very well. It's going to be open world. You'll have a speeder bike and a blaster. Underneath this Star Wars wrapper, what makes this any different from any other game that ever existed? So gamers don't feel like they've done this before. They've done it better. It's reminding me of Watch Dogs, another Ubisoft jaunt. Ghost Recon, I've been saying from the very beginning, as far as going on a mission in an open world with gear and shooting, Ghost Recon is better than this. And as far as having some type of trek around a land where you interact with characters and develop the mission and the story and the plot, Witcher and LX also beat this. So if there's no character building, and it's almost like even the Lego Star Wars games. This is closer to the Lego Star Wars games than any of these other big Ubisoft, Ghost Recon, Watchdog, open world third-person shooters, GTA. It's like there's a lot to do in these games where you have cars and you have guns and you can cause chaos. There's a lot to do, a lot of free play. And then, like I said, in these RPGs where there's a lot of character building, forget story. Forget story games, forget the story in RPGs. There's just a lot of character building with your stats and your equipment, your items. I have a pistol, that's it. And I pick up a grenade launcher sometimes. Like, so that's in there. Well, that would be dumb because it'd be double. So what is it? So that has to be there. So it's just a last guess. What the fuck? It's a last guess?
Got it.
Oh, there's more guesses. Unlock security door.
Time to play shadows next.
I think I felt the same way with the Jedi Knight games. What are, you know what they're called? The Jedi Survivor games too. Oh my God, there's a lot. Where after a while, just kind of running and slashing got tiresome. Like, I think after a while, the gameplay, quote unquote, is gonna get tiresome because you're not really adventuring into new territory. When you have levels and you have story, something is advancing, something's becoming new. Oh, you want the droids? So when you have, when you're, you know, motivated, when you're motivated by exploring new territory and discovering new things, what the fuck is going on here? You know, you kind of have a reason to want to keep playing. I want to see a new level. I want to find out what's happening.
Maybe there's a secret or something that can tell me who that old guy is.
Or I want to, you know, make my character more powerful. But when you're just doing the same thing again and again and again, it's like there's no new experience here. Why am I going to keep doing this? I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to do it again. I've done it already, and there's like the reward is the novelty, newness. It almost reminds me of, what was that one game? Outriders? It reminds me of Outriders, where the gameplay is real repetitive. Alright, so that's that. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, when you're trying to find out what's going to happen next to the character, and you're building your character's abilities and they can do more stuff as the game goes on. That's fun. Am I crazy? I'm down here. I want to go down, I think. I think I can shut this off, though. What did that say? Sabotage?
Alright then.
There we go. But they wanted to make this like Ghost Recon. I absolutely can tell. But the appeal of Ghost Recon is building out your squad and getting them more gear.
Sorry, okay?
Oh shit, walk around here.
They don't quit!
I hate this automatic reload. I could turn easy reload on. Are you gonna pick up that blaster rifle or what? There we go. Where's my, She dropped it. She dropped the gun. Fuck. Don't I have, grenades? Yeah, press left on the D-pad and then X. Like, what a great fucking command. Let's hang here. We'll use my health. Fuck, too early. Why do they punish me? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Look at this. I'm shooting, right? And I run out of bullets, right? And then it starts to reload, right? And you have to press R1 to do the quick reload, right? The quick time reload. If you press R2, which is the shoot button, it'll go, oh no, you fucked up the quick reload. I'm not trying to do the quick reload. That's why I'm pressing R2. Like, I'm pressing R2, not R1. How can you fuck up a reload by pressing the shoot button? That's not the reload button. And you don't even let me manually reload. Look, now I'm reloading. And then I press R2 instead of R1. Because I'm like, I'm just shooting. And it goes, no, you fucked up the quick reload. It's like, no, I didn't. I wasn't even trying. I'm not trying to, you know, criticize your game design or anything. All you precious developers who think that you're the bee's knees, there's no such thing as, you know, good or bad design or good or bad design choices. You know? Everything's a 10. Why have reviews if there's no such thing as a bad game? Why have reviews? Why have a score? Because the score are the fucking sales numbers. And if you've seen Ubisoft's stock profile lately, it's going down the drain. Unbelievable. Why give me a demo? Why give me a demo if there's no such thing, right? Everybody should want to play your perfect game, right? 10 out of 10, right? That we're not allowed to use review scores for, right? Why give a demo? Why not just put it in my games library? Because you know I want to play it because it's a 10 out of 10, even though there's no score. And just charge my credit card. Why not do that? It's a perfect game with no score.
We're clear.
That every gamer who has a console is going to want to play for 100 hours. You know? You could just deposit you just charge my bank account and deposit the money now. You know? Why even ask me? Why even ask me? Because it stinks is fucking why. You know why. Because you didn't do it right. I climb this? Or do I send him? Climb up. You notice how I was already holding up before the command prompt, but then I have to release up and then start holding up again? You notice that? I noticed it. I notice it every fucking time I have to do one of these stupid sequences. And I'm not learning about her. And I'm not... You know, real story, just some gameplay. Just Cause allowed you the freedom to kind of do a lot of what you wanted. And it had a lot of movement maneuvers. My jetpack, my parachute, the rappel. That's where I want to go, right? I'm trying to get over here. So look at all this shit I can steal. So I'm not allowed to steal this. Full. It says full. Might be ammo. I want that. I want that. It has an invisible wall on the cliff, and there's enough fall damage to fucking kill me.
This'll work.
I crouch. So now I gotta do all this again. And it's my fault because I messed up, right? And you want to do it again, right? You want to do it again and again. You know what's so funny? If you know what's so funny? If you like open world so much and you like repetition so much, you don't even have to make any other mission. Hey, developers, you should just make one mission and make me replay it again and again, because that's what I want, right? Maybe you can't even beat the game. You should just say game over. It shouldn't even be the end. It should be game over, and then you just restart it, right? You want to play the same game again and again, right? Why don't you make a game with only one mission that's 100 hours, and it's in the open world? Why don't you do that? I can't get out of the quick scope. Isn't that fun?
Easy now.
Because it's press and hold. It's not. It's toggle. The scope is on toggle, and I can't change it. In the control menu or the accessibility menu. Because you're the developer who knows everything. I don't know how many headshots that was, but ugh. How do I get down? By dropping down, which would be quickest and easiest and most fun? No, that's wrong. You're playing it wrong. You're doing the game wrong. That's the wrong way to play the game. That's not wrong. Make a perfect game. It's not wrong. Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. Oh no, I don't want to go down that way. Oh no.
We're okay.
Well, I don't want to backtrack and go down this way. You ever think of that? I mean, don't tell me you're the developer. You're the genius developer who knows how to play this game. You put me all the way up to this fucking way, and there's no other way to go down except this little crevice here. Where's the jizz on the wall to let me know I'm supposed to go through here, huh?
Sneaky time, little guy.
Where's the fucking mission? This game stinks. I'm holding down. I was already holding down. Look. Fucking unbelievable. You know what this reminds me of? The very first mission in the fucking demo that I already played. It reminds me of exactly that. It looks exactly the same. Procedurally generated. This game stinks. It doesn't know what it wants to do. Mechanically, it's fine. But we've shot guys already. Right? I've done this already. I've played this mission already. And so, if there's nothing I'm going to learn about the character, this is why I don't appreciate when you people are like, oh, I don't want story. That's really boring. I don't want to watch a cutscene. I want to play a game. Dude, if there's nothing to learn, the more you continue to go through this, I've been here already. I've been here already.
Get cover, Nix. Okay.
I've been here already. I've done this already. I've done this already. We're running. Where's my bike? Where's my bike? I'm nowhere even close to the mission. I'm nowhere even close. I'm gonna die if I fall down there. I'm gonna die if I fall down there. I'm gonna die if I fall down there. What was I ranting about? If there's nothing to learn about the character in the story, why the fuck are you gonna continue to do this? This is what I don't appreciate that. Because now we've seen the mission and the gameplay are the same. The mission and the gameplay are the same. Sneak in, sneak out, click R3 to pick up, shoot the guy, press stealth to crouch. And now we're riding. And it's like, we have now, in the course of a couple hours in the demo, repeated the game. We've repeated the whole game. Okay? So why would you continue playing? And it's like, if it were me and whether it's Genshin Impact, whether it's, you know, any number of these persistent I'm by my ship.
Oh, come on.
I'm by my ship. Even the shooting's not that good.
You've got some items that have arrived for you.
Okay.
Even if there's no story, right? Okay, fine. You don't want to play to learn about the character and their conflict and their life. Fine. Fine. You're too sophisticated for story. You don't appreciate art. Okay, fine. Fine. Don't you at least think that, like, developing your character is why you're playing? Hey, I'm grinding. I'm building my... I've gone over this again and again. So what would this be? Two Sons, what would this be? Why are you doing this? I don't feel immersed in Star Wars. Some green guys on Tatooine, that's Star Wars to you? I don't feel immersed in Star Wars. Where's the fucking mission?
That looks nice, huh, Nix?
I don't feel immersed in Star Wars, and if you're not going to build out, you know, what you can do, Why don't you put a yellow fucking wave marker on that shit for me? God damn it. Comfortable in his cell, huh?
If you're still looking for Haas, I haven't seen him.
Actually, I'm here for you. I heard you're the best shot on the planet.
Oh, and you want to be second best.
Wait a minute. I already thought that I know this guy and he's the sheriff. Another break in the sequence of
could be any
quest
I
lines.
caught one of their scouts, but he's not talking.
This is the first guy that I spoke to, gal. That I spoke to.
Tar.
When I started the demo.
We used to work together.
Hey, I'm skipping. Skip all. Skip all.
Whoa,
I can't stand it anymore.
Huge. And
so now the story has become repulsive to me. How does that bode for what else I can get out of this piece of software? The story is repulsive and the character is underdeveloped. Look at my equipment. Look at my blaster. Talk to Quinn at the training ground. I am talking.
Here we are. Get your blaster out.
I'm shooting bottles.
Fast as you can, let's go.
Damn it, this shitty thing sucks.
That was pretty fast, right?
Fast on the trigger, maybe, but you're hesitating on the draw. Again.
Fuck, they really make you hit them, huh? Fuck.
Well?
Who taught you how to shoot?
No one?
I used the game genie.
Watch me.
This is boring. And you know it's not boring? Red Dead. Of all the games I could say.
You got good aim, but you tensed up like an amateur.
Why do some games make me hate them so much? Because I played them all.
Put some momentum into those arms.
So I know it's possible, not just for this to be better, but that another game did it better already.
I guess we'll find
Which makes me question, why did you make this? If it's not great. If it's a fucking waste of everybody's time. Remember when they gave that 50-minute gameplay demo? And everybody's like, oh, it looks pretty good, I guess. I still have high hopes. No, you fucking don't. Lying bastard. Get into position. With my blaster, and there's no cover mechanic. You know what game has a cover mechanic? Ghost Recon. You know who made it? Ubisoft.
Keep on him.
What is it, not within the lore? In the lore of Star Wars, they don't get behind cover. Where is he? Can't see because of the smoke. I mean, the smoke effects are nice. They had those in Grand Theft Auto 4 on PlayStation 3. That was a headshot.
Big mistake.
And I'm just using a pistol, man.
More coming from the water station.
Hear that, Kay?
Yes. And it's like, do you think that's a good way to get objectives? Like, natural dialogue between characters and NPCs. That's like when the character, your protagonist would talk to themselves like, oh, I think I need to find a way to get at this ladder. Like, yeah, I know. There's more coming from there's more coming from the water station. Did you hear that, Kay? Get to the water station. There's a snake in my boot.
You don't want to try me.
God, the recoil on this fucking thing. Why don't I press the, And then look how long she takes to throw it.
They're coming down the main road.
That's the last of them, but where's Erda?
big mistake.
Oh, and then the droids. You need to use this fancy ammo for the droid. Oh my god.
I think that's all of them.
Oh great, that's all of them right as soon as I get a new weapon. Oh my, unbelievable.
Are you alright?
Just a bit winded.
Quint! Come on out, now!
Whew, shoulders loose, right?
What? Okay, wait.
Where's Quint? Who are you?
I'm her deputy. For now.
You want to die first? Fine by me.
You want to draw your gun?
All right.
Well, at least that's done with.
Hey, we just saved the town. That's good, right?
They were only in danger because of me. I might have changed my ways, but the past ain't so quick to change with me.
Oh, come on. A lot of people.
So
would
she's
be
got
dead
a lot of
without
her.
you. And me and Nix.
She was a criminal before she became a sheriff,
You're quite the
and there were
shot,
people
Kay.
coming to her town to hunt her down.
Just
So that's interesting.
be
See,
careful
that's an
where you point your
interesting
blaster at.
element,
Might come back around
right?
on you someday.
Because it doesn't just reflect on her history. Affects events in the game going forward. You see how interesting that is? But you don't want that, huh? You don't need to appreciate that? There's also nothing really. Here's the other thing too. Quest completed. You know when you get I don't care about that. I don't care about that. You know when you get you finish a quest in Assassin's Creed and then you unlock skill points to spend and get your character new abilities? Admittedly, that's kind of fun. When you complete a quest in this game, nothing really happens. Because it's not like in Red Dead or in Grand Theft Auto, when you complete a quest, and a new quest opens and you can further the story, hint hint. Or in you know, any other RPG or something, you complete a quest and you get points to spend. In this game, it's like quest completed, okay, go do it again. So where's my ship now? I have a journal. Do I need to look at any of this? My equipment? It's just items, components, my map, my rep. What about this? Not in demo. It's mainly this one, right? Cartel Vault. What about this? Not in demo. So it's this big one. So let me see this. The key card. I think this one is close, right? Track. I think this one is close, right? How much time is left in this demo? An hour. Where's my ship? Where's my ship? And where am I? And where's the key card? This is just like... fuck it. This is a lot like Ghost Recon, basically. Where this is it. The mission ends, you pause the map, you look for the waypoint, and you vault over there. And that's kind of, that's kind of the way it is. Fast travel point. That's locked. Oh my god. That's locked. I mean, it could be fun to speeder bike over there. I'll tell you what. Because it could be fun to speeder bike over there, I'll tell you what. You got one more chance. You got one more chance.
Feel like going for a ride?
I'll tell you what. We'll eke one little bit out of it that we can. So when you're roaming around and these guys are pissed at you and then they chase you, that's kind of annoying. Man, dude, I don't think that there's enough here.
Let's roll, Nick.
I don't think that... How can they charge $70 for this? Wouldn't you agree that there's not a lot of game here? I mean, I've done everything so far, right? We've ridden around, we've shot our gun, we've picked things up, we tried to play all the mini games. I mean, wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree?
Still in one piece. Ready to go?
I don't know how much more game there is to fun.
Okay, next.
Because I keep saying it. You know, the cutscenes don't tell me about anything. They're just giving me the mission objective. I said that's wrong. Cutscenes got to advance the story. They can't just tell me the mission. And then get off your ship. Get off your ship. So this is it. How do I blast in? How do I blast my way in?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
And there's also not a lot of landmarks where if you were roaming around the open world, you're supposed to be able to recognize where you are based on the landmarks you're seeing and not have to open a map. Look, I can't get in and I hear it beeping. Search the power... So then you need to get up top. You need to get up top. But there's no way to get up top. What is this? A dead-end crevice. Is this fun? Is this a... Like, dude... And another thing that really if they're like, want to build this big immersive event where you're like, I'm on an adventure that takes me away from the real world. If you wanted to do that, a great way to do that is with the story. That's what Cyberpunk does, and that's what Guardians of the Galaxy does. So the feeling of going on an adventure, it's the character, no offense, it's the character who's going on an adventure. And like I said, with Elden Ring or with these games where you're creating your own character, then the adventure is still for your character. They're just created, and the plot is like, how do their abilities develop and change over time, which leads to different gameplay experiences. There's no way this is the right way to go. Look at how difficult it is to get up here.
Whoa.
Look, invisible wall. This is so stupid. And this was like a problem with this game that they complained about. Pathfinding and, you know, what's the correct way to do things? Oh, you have to send nicks, and none of this is right. But then there's that door. Can you blow it open? Wouldn't you think that there would be some indication like, oh, maybe I could destroy this door? Wouldn't you think she would say something like that? Or it would indicate that in some way? I could blow it open or hack it? 272 meters away? Oh my god. Hey, fuck this game, dude. It stinks. It stinks! It fucking sucks! It, like, doesn't want you to play it.
We're going too slow.
Look, what the fuck is this? I'm fucking all the way... who knows where I am? Who knows where I am? And there's no town to discover out here. There's, you know... And the fucking bike doesn't keep going. Dude, this game stinks. This game stinks. It doesn't do anything right. Hey, that's it. That's it. It fucking sucks! The game is terrible. It stinks. Cannot keep from getting in its own way. It's awful. It deserves to fail. It doesn't have the mood. It doesn't have the gameplay. It's got nothing. It has nothing. It has nothing on so many other games that do the exact same thing. You want a third-person shooter? You want a story? You want some cyber world? You want an open world? You want action-adventure? You want missions? Every other game. Witcher, Red Dead, Alex, Cyberpunk, Ghost Recon, Ascent, and many others do it way better than our friends at Ubisoft.